from Kroger Field in Lexington, Kentucky. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Kentucky Wildcats. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, catching up with the Rebels head coach, his running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Guys?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Makes a catch. Guys, let's take just a second and talk about Ole Miss. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
And the Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. Finds his big tight end. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap, and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. The sure hands, it's Gill. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Alexander. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
It's complete. He's down right there, but he has plenty to pick up the first down. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Lacey. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Here comes the heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on third down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about who your best playmakers are and who needs to get a look on this critical third down. Whether you're running it or you're throwing it, the best players touch the ball right here.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
He's got a little room. He'll pick up 6 out to the 13.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Moving past the 25. He's loose down the middle. He's at the 30. 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now on this defense to tackle.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Quarterback showing you some resiliency here on this drive. He threw a pick on the opening drive of the game, but he was able to turn the page right away. You can't let that bad play affect you, and they're letting him throw it. They're being aggressive, and he's proving that he can still make good decisions here. He can find the open target and deliver strikes.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Breaks loose. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Pocket breaking down. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
As strange as it seems, this is an easy decision. A little too far for the field goal. Punting does nothing for you. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, he comes up with a huge first down.
Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. You can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on second down by the goal line, you've got to be really smart with this football.
Wants to throw for it on third and goal. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. A great catch in the end zone.
There's really never any doubt with this guy. The coaching staff always talks about his leadership and his mental toughness. That was a bad interception on the opening drive, but he's able to turn the page and show you his short-term memory and just come out and stay aggressive, sling it around a little bit, and this offense is able to answer with a touchdown of their own.
And how nice is it if you're a coordinator to have a guy like that you can depend on? Like, he doesn't dwell on the one mistake. He doesn't let it turn into two. A lot of times you can see that snowball effect, man. Just a nice bounce back for him individually and for this offense to put the early turnover behind him.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Hauls it in. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally...
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Unloads it downfield. He's got it and more than enough for a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Baxter. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game.
And he's just been so patient. He's following his blocks, letting it all develop in front of it, and then bursting through. And they were only in the first half.
To the air on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Throws to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Rebels offense is back on the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll start this drive going to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Lacey. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. They'll stop things momentarily for an injury on the play. There is a Kentucky Wildcat down. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw it again. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The Rebels in the hurry-up. Sometimes you're just living right. You put the ball in jeopardy in the middle of traffic, and he makes the grab. And he's got it inside the 35. Turns it on down the left side. And he scores! Touchdown, Rebels.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football, and I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that, but, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, know when guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. It's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signal for the 2-minute timeout. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Let's see if they've got a winner dialed up on 4th and long from the 50. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. That's caught. It's Lacey.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles. He's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Fires to the wideout. Tosses it incomplete.
Yeah, you can tell the timing wasn't great and quarterback and receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the Rebels will try to move the chains on fourth down. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. So they're not comfortable with their field goal kicker from here, so the offense will go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, first down and more. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the second effort, getting the extra yards and getting the first down.
There's some room. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo. They'll keep it on the ground. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Ole Miss calls its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's got the tight end. Could not make his way to the corner. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Trying to ball his way in. Touchdown, Rebels! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
He wants to throw it. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. They covered half the field with a 50-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We start with the Oklahoma State Cowboys taking on the number 3 team, the USC Trojans. And it's the Cowboys coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And that's now 5 straight victories. They've really been clicking on all cylinders at this point of the season. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Conference USA.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Bringing it back. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And with the pick 6. Touchdown, Ole Miss. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
One of the things I love about this linebacker, guys, is the versatility. He's not just good against the run. He not only can rush the passer, he can cover as well. Great.
Trying to get it away, and he cannot. The quarterback is sacked, and so is the 2-point conversion attempt.
29, Kentucky, 10.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all.
Gonna let it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, going to the air. Here's a heat. They get to him as he throws. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving. 6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Looking to fire. Sends it downfield. Goes high to pull it in. Turning it on. Touchdown, Wildcats. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to add another. And it's perfect. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the scoring play coming on a 56-yard touchdown pass. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this punt, and he's got room. Out across the 30, marked down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Got room on the return. Stopped just across midfield at the 49, but not before he forces the turnover and sets up this offense.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. This time he wants to throw. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there. And he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12. And the Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Makes the grab. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On the ground, it's Barnes. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. Touchdown, Kentucky! Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So first down will open up the final period. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Here's an interception. Oh, and they need that turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. What a huge mistake that was with that last interception. And now this offense has a chance late. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Barnes. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 1st down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the 1st down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has, how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. They'll stop the clock for an injured Wildcat. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a 4th quarter lead. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Touchdown, Kentucky! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Great example of complementary football there. First, the defense comes away with the takeaway, and then offensively, you go to the ground game, being physical at the point of attack, running it in for a touchdown, and now you have the lead with not a lot of time left. They've now put all the pressure back on their opponent.
They'll go to the air. Stepping to the right. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion.
You know, teams practice 2-point plays all throughout the week and all throughout the year for situations like that. You need to make it a 3-point game so your opponent can only tie now with a field goal. Great job of execution.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. With the catch, it's Cook. Still on his feet at the 45. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
And the Rebels want to crank the tempo.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too, even running flat.
Makes the grab in their space. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
They just keep firing. Snagged out of the air. Touchdown, Rebels! They've got the lead here in the 4th. The Rebels surge back on top.
Man, this is wild late in the game. We're seeing two heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
From the gun, he'll try to throw. And he can't get the football away, and the two-point conversion is denied, and the lead remains the same. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
One possession game. You have got to be able to give your quarterback an opportunity to survey the field. He didn't have it that time. Got hit, it affected the accuracy, and it falls incomplete.
Fires to the middle. Can't connect on his first throw.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that fourth down stop and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the fourth quarter to get me the football back.
On the direct snap, it's Lacey. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Getting late, pressure building, huge third down coming up on the road for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays.
Well, guys, they are going to leave the offense out here. I know it's fourth and long, but a field goal doesn't really help you that much here, so you can kind of see it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking deep. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. To the air on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, they're running 4 verticals down the field, and the quarterback's just hoping one of those matchups can win. But you got to give the defense credit. They were ready for it on the back end, and that is a massive interception late in this game with the score so close.
Huge interception. The 2-minute drill a lot of times decides the football game. And this defense, man, you could tell they were ready for 4 verts. They played deep. They read the quarterback's eyes. They break on the football, and they probably end this football game.
The Wildcats used the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Under fire. Just a little off. Incomplete.
This dude will pick you apart if you give him time. You better get to him. You better make him feel uncomfortable. This defense did that. Nice job by the defense, hurrying the quarterback through his thought process.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's going to fire deep. He's got it. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know. Stud, you're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
You already have the lead. Scoring is always good, but milk the clock and it will be your friend. In the red area, it's Lacey. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. From the gun, looking for a man. And those 2 couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
Number 17, set to kick it away.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw on 1st down. And that one's incomplete.
It's been tougher. QB in this one, very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
Oh, they're after him! And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
Here comes Kentucky after picking up that 1st down. He goes right back to the air. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Flips it out to the back. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
I love the play call in this situation. You need one first down to ice the game, so you're just throwing to the sticks, trusting your quarterback to make the right read. In rhythm, they get it done. They're going to walk out of here with the win, David.
And this used to be a situation where you'd see offenses get very conservative, run the football. We gotta play safe. No. I'm putting the ball in my best player's hands, telling him to go end this thing, and he does exactly that.
Moving out to the right. Throwing on the run. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gill. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they'll push that lead out a little further. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the